Hello and welcome to the Finalists podcast. My name is Vis. Joining me today is Sir Yellow Jacket
Hello, hello.
and Cylon.
Ew.
How we doing, fellas?
Swell.
Yeah, a bit chilly.
He's a
Melbourne
bit
weather
cold.
be like.
Yeah. Down our side of the planet. Getting a bit cold these days. So, the finals. What have we got to talk about this week?
A few things, eh?
Yep.
Not a lot, but a few.
A couple things. We've got another community event. So, we got to play Power Shift, basically. If you don't play Power Shift, play Power Shift and you can get a pink boombox.
Yeah.
It's the community one, so we all have to play
We're-
Power
yeah.
Shift together, right?
Basically, we've been drafted.
Super Earth is calling.
Yeah. Hey, that's a different podcast.
Oh, yeah. So.
I'm just kidding. The Helldivers podcast, that's still in the works. I'd have to play the game first.
Yeah.
Do you play Helldivers? I guess not.
I have it actually. Lakembra bought it for me, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Out of stuff I see on it, I may as well play it. At this point, it's half my news feeds.
Yeah, it's really popping off. But again, we'll save it for that podcast. What do you guys think about the historic hi-fi boombox? I'm just kidding. Who cares? I'm more concerned about the 10 times around the Earth. That seems high, but I think
It does seem like a lot, right?
I think they're basing it on their metrics. You know, I think they know
yeah,
how much.
I would expect them to go, is this possible, or is this going to look bad if we miserably fail at 2% progress?
Yes, exactly.
They're definitely making it possible.
I would hope so.
You'd hope.
It
You'd
must
think
have
they're
like a lot of
shooting
people
a little higher.
playing Power Shift, right? Like that must be the case, right?
Well, you know what?
And then on top of that, each time that someone hops on the Power Shift, they must count it back and forth as well. Like when it moves back and forth,
yeah,
they just
sure.
count each meter. So
Well, see, they talk about it. I don't know if they talk about it in the patch notes. But they did actually say on Discord how they I can't check it because I don't have like a Discord capture set up, but they talked about how they're confirming the metrics or something, and I think it is just raw distance, but you don't have to be on the point. You just need to be on the team that has pushed it that far. So even snipers get to contribute.
yeah.
But yeah, just looking at the game, less than 1 minute for everything but bank it, which is as it should be, I guess. So yeah, people are playing it.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of tricky to see where the game's distributed unless it's something they actually talk about. But
True.
in the finals, I guess we have a little bit of a metric, whether
Yeah.
or not that's regional differences or whatnot, and I swear it's always under a minute.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I mean, I've seen it at all sorts of numbers, but one thing I'll mention is that ranked tournament still doesn't have a countdown on it. But it's been so long since I've seen a countdown on ranked tournament. I don't know if it ever used to be there. You know, I'm like an orphan. I can't remember what my mum looks like.
Think it did, right? Like it had it.
Surely, sure. I don't know.
Never paid attention, to
Yeah.
be honest. I click in and my brain's just turned off.
Yeah,
Maybe,
you just
maybe
go.
we can play ranked, and we've just been like not missing out this whole time.
I think
That would piss me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I think it's definitely one of those. Everyone looks at it and goes, "No one's playing ranked. I want to play ranked,"
Mhm.
but then doesn't play ranked.
Can't
and
play
then
ranked.
It just
Should give fake
compounds
numbers.
the issue.
Yeah.
If
So
they gave fake numbers, like right, they said
Less
less than
than
five
five?
minutes on ranked, everyone would click on it.
People would
right?
just
Everyone
play
would
it,
click
man. People would just.
Yeah.
Why don't they just put like, oh man, put V-Bucks in it. Play ranked to get V-Bucks
to get
Yeah.
V-Bucks for Fortnite.
for Fortnite. Yeah, different game. Yeah.
Fortnite.
Play it to get Helldivers currency, whatever that might be.
Yeah, I was just trying to work it out. Freedom bucks.
Yeah,
Call
something
it
like
Freedom
that.
Bucks.
Democra dollars, something like that.
$100.
All right. Next up, we've got the store update, so we can see what's going on in there, and I mean, cool, right? Shield set, I guess. SWAT guy set.
Yeah, hyper realistic sort of.
Yeah, for the tactical kids.
They've added a few of those in.
Yeah, yeah, no shortage of them. Actually, let's just check. So yeah, we've got the purple techie skins, but now they're in blue, I guess.
But you can't say they
They're
haven't
actually just
added.
glitched.
They
Yeah.
haven't not added, like the goofy skins either, right? So they're definitely in there. You got
Yeah,
full
you
bunny,
got
bunny
everything.
onesie.
Yeah, which is
Definitely
just for
doing
money.
You can use a
They're-
stick as a sword now, and a
Yeah,
stick as a
yeah.
gun. So
I
They're
do
definitely
enjoy
doing
that.
the Fortnite strategy of throwing shit at the wall and what sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works.
It's
It works.
proven.
Yeah. Okay, so there's quite a few things in this bundle. It's a bit on the steeper side, but you get 2 helmets. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, but you do get a lot with it.
Yeah, 3 helmets
We-
actually. Oh no, that's I guess face wear. Get the tactical top, tactical pants. Those pants are actually pretty cool, but there's no shortage of, techie looking cargo pants that taper in at the bottom.
they always add like 1 or 2 things in the bundle where you're like, "That's amazing," but then you're like,
The rest of it's
"Then I have to
garbage.
buy the bundle."
So yeah. Gloves kind of cool. Shoes fine, I guess. The riot shield. It's kind of just like a beefier riot shield with lights on it.
Yeah.
Like I get
It's
why you would
realistic,
want.
right, Shield?
Yeah. Like I understand why you would want like a SWAT. It's like, oh, what if we made it like an actual riot shield? But it's like it is an actual riot shield. It doesn't look. It's not that far of a stretch. My imagination
Yeah, I
doesn't have to
mean-
put in any work.
A riot shield's a riot shield.
It's a riot
right?
shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get a nice little taunt for the riot shield. And
For those many riot shield mains out there.
yeah, yeah.
It seems to be
2 of
more
them.
than you think. I think it's actually a bit more popular, at least what I've seen.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Reddit, people talking about it and they're going, "That's sick, I want it."
Mm-hmm. Because I mean, it's like everything else in the game. It's situational, but when you find yourself in that situation, you can just tear ass, and people are like, "Oh my god, that's so busted," and then they try it, but they're in the wrong situation, so
Yeah.
they just eat shit.
Well, I feel like it's just definitely one of those weapons where, because in ranked, right, you're stuck with it for the whole game.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's not like you can swap out if you want to change up the situation. So you gotta hope that riot shield covers you the whole game.
yeah, exactly. You better be playing on Vegas or with 2 goo
Yes.
Yeah,
mains.
2 goo mains. Yeah,
Man,
Two sledges.
I
Let's
feel
go.
like that could actually work. Maybe not goo mains, but like if you're running like defensive medium with heals and then a couple heavies, I feel like that's pretty solid. You just never play offensively as the healer and
Yeah,
just count on
That's
your
what I've seen it.
your heavies.
Like a Brig Mercy sort of
Yeah,
mixed
yeah.
playstyle. That's when
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
guess,
it at
yeah.
its most success. Someone's beaming someone, so I go to swap to them, and then they pull out a shield. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, now I gotta run, and that
Yeah.
gives them the advantage.
What if they added shield bash? What do you think
Oh,
about
that'd
that?
be so cool, man.
No, I'm good.
No stun, but shield bash.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
deal damage with it.
How about it's like a 3-hit combo? You swing left, swing right, and then shield bash, and it.
Oh, shield bash at the end. That'd be
Yeah,
kind of cool.
yeah.
I like that.
How about shield crash? It just crashes your PC. Get me the fuck out of there.
He's getting nightmares of Brig right now.
yeah, no kidding. Fucking hell. All right, so now for the notes. This week, we are making quality of life improvements, adding some new functionality to contracts, another mode to private matches, and fixing bugs. Players can now track up to 5 contracts inside the game. Oh, that's kind of cool. So if
Yeah.
you're really just
Nice.
playing the metagame at this point, like this game doesn't matter. I'm only here to do my jobs, which
That's fine for quick play or whatever.
yeah, sure. You'll also see improvements to the backfill settings on Power Shift, the removal of the glitching UI when eliminated. Yeah, just a bug fix, and a smarter battle pass that always jumps to your current page. Okay, these are very minor. Like, these are bug fixes, I know you're making quality of life improvements, but I feel like the previous battle pass used to do that. I might be wrong,
Yeah.
but I feel like it
No,
did.
Zenki pointed it out, and immediately I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Yeah, and the glitching UI when eliminated, it didn't used to do that. This isn't a quality of life improvement. This is like a bug fix. But fucking, I cannot go. Like, someone reset the counter. How far in are we? 10 minutes? About 10 minutes before I start mentioning Overwatch. Because with every single Overwatch patch, the game would get a little bit more broken. Just every single patch, just a little bit more broken. Sometimes
It all
portrait borders
started
wouldn't
with
show up.
Brigitte.
Yeah, probably. And they never fix those fucking bugs. You know, there might be like the egregious bug, like portrait borders not showing up. That would get fixed in about 6 months' time. But all the little ones that just make the game slightly shittier to play, they just pile up and pile up and pile up.
Yeah, exactly. Cumulative effect of just lots of little issues. But I will give it to the devs. I reckon they've been pretty on ball. Like they're pretty fast.
Overwatch 2 or?
No.
Oh, why are we even mentioning them?
Yeah,
as
well,
pretty on?
look, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like Overwatch, they wouldn't fix those little bugs that get introduced. You know, they introduce something else, happen to break something, and then just leave it. So and keep building on top of it, so it just becomes like a towering tower of garbage. This, at least, like they're fixing things that they fucked up last patch. Great. You know, I appreciate it because I've seen what happens when you don't.
Yeah, I think we're sort of getting to the point where one of these next patches needs to be a bit meatier, though.
I was really hoping for a meatier patch, but
it's a little meaty. It's got some meat on the bone, but it's not a lot.
Okay.
Like it's just not a lot. Like it does change the game when it comes to. Well, I don't know if we haven't mentioned it yet. Eh?
Yeah, we'll head through it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
All right. We've added solo banquet to private matches, okay, and have fixed a number of contracts in the career circuit that were causing headaches to the majority of players. I don't know if it was majority. I would say vocal minority, maybe.
Yeah.
All this and more, read the details below, because people couldn't complete tournaments. And I think it's because they took tournaments out of the game, unranked tournaments out of the game.
Yeah.
And so it's like...
They didn't count cash out as a tournament either, which is...
Yeah.
Yeah. If
I mean,
they
it
counted
makes
that
sense,
as a tournament,
but...
it'd be easy to do. But...
Yeah. But I don't know. There's
You always have the people that never want to touch ranked.
Yeah, and the people that never want to touch tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't sit down to play a game for more than 15 minutes at a time.
The people that live in regions like OCE and have to swap regions to go do a ranked tournament.
That's what it is, isn't it? You know, like, because if it was just people who are rank shy, then it's kind of like, suck it up.
Well,
you
then
know?
boohoo for you. Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's entire regions that can't play it, you know, like boohoo for us. You know, yeah, boohoo for us. Fuck you.
Yeah,
fix your shit.
It sucks.
Yeah. I get it. I get why I make the change, and I get why I not make the change, but you know, it's whatever. All right. Audio, fix an issue where the turret sounds could linger if you picked up the Guardian turret after placing it. Okay. Because these are all like bug fixes, really. Fix an issue, fix an issue, fix an issue, fixed animations. Added functionality allowing projectile weapons such as different grenades, RPG, the MG32L and CL40, so both nade launchers, to pass through friendly teammates. This change is to address repeated issues where players would damage themselves if a teammate passed close by them right as they fired the weapon. It's impossible to tell when someone's going to cross in front of you, and it does so much self-damage if it detonates on a teammate, you know, that you almost like guaranteed lose any 1v1 that happens immediately or within the next 5 seconds, you know, because you're just down one nade shot, you know, and that's a handful of bullets.
Yeah, not many.
If any. So yeah.
It's
Sorry,
definitely nice.
Yeah.
With self-inflicting damage and, you know, random people running around definitely doesn't feel good. But it also means those weapons are a bit more viable or a bit more flexible even. So
absolutely.
Hold up in a small room, you're not having to really hold your shots, and
yeah,
I think it's actually most noticeable going to be on the RPG when you whip out the RPG and then someone's fat ass gets in the way, and with that doing, I think, bonus self damage.
Yeah,
brutal.
I mean,
frustrating.
I know there was a time where Anka stopped using her RPG because every time she pulled it out, one of us would cross in front of her and she'd just nuke herself half to death. So I think it's a good change. You'll definitely see it most on the RPG. I think of all those weapons. I guess
No,
nades.
the nade launcher. The nade launcher for sure.
I think you'll most consistently see it on the CL40, but the most time you'll feel it will be on the RPG, if that makes sense.
It's definitely a video gamey change, you know, because it's like in my head, right? If us three were holding out in some room and I have a nade launcher and people push the room, there's a part of my brain that says maybe don't fire the explosive weaponry. But this is a video game, you know.
Yeah.
Shoot the bad guys. I like the change.
Yeah. Balance realism and what feels good.
Yeah.
I'm probably the one of the few that doesn't like it, but
is that because you're countered by one of the weapons? Two of the weapons.
I am the other nade launcher's not. Oh, I mean RPG. Yeah.
RPG, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely counted by both already. Okay. And then to have that is just it's a bit rough, man, because it makes it a lot less skillful, I feel.
Yeah,
you know, because you could actually now you could just sit behind your teammates and kind of just fire through them.
Yeah,
and hope for the best. You know, like instead of, especially with the new nade launcher for the heavy. I don't know if anyone's seen how often I've been playing against heavies that are using the new nade launcher, but they kind of all sit in each other and just spam nades out of the place.
Yeah, I mean, because why not? You know, now that's a viable strategy.
It's free, so why not? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's a good point.
Probably nerfs guerrilla style a little bit more, where you just jump in and in the chaos you can get something done and then leave.
Yeah.
You mean my whole play style? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because now it just means that your nade launcher guy can just turtle up and start chucking nades out.
It just shoot almost the ground, basically, but he can shoot near his teammates and kind of just win the fight because he knows that whole AoE is going to hit, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Maybe just like, I don't know, to pass through friendly teammates within 5 meters. You know, because then at least, like, I can't just provide covering fire through a wall of heavies or something, you know?
Really, yeah. But we'll see. I'm sure someone will come up with, like, a unique way to use it, and it's just going to be game-breaking. But
yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, if the change is to address the players damaging themselves, then it makes sense to only allow it to pass through within a certain threshold where it would damage themselves. But
if that's the problem, stop being bad and shooting your teammates that are right in front of you.
I mean that's kind of it, right? Because I play a lot of nade launcher, and like sometimes, say Cylon and I are on a flank, right? Which I don't know if it's a flank when there's 2 people, but we'll just run with it. Say we pop up onto the roof, and then like I would shoot Cylon in the back 3 times and be on 1 HP. And it's because we both just happen to like strafe into each other when we're suppressing them or shooting at them or whatever. And then it like, you know, that fucks me up. That means I'm out of the fight for the next 15 seconds. You know, that ruins the entire approach. And so obviously
that's what it's about.
Like, but the thing is, right, is that's a learning moment. Because right then you're supposed to go, right, if I'm playing this gun, I need to go somewhere else. You know, I need to take a slightly different angle where I have my own window and I can't shoot someone else, you know?
Yeah.
It's a skill.
Just wanted view. So I think this is intended to make the weapons just feel a little bit better. And
it makes them more casual. Definitely does that.
Yeah,
it's definitely
for sure.
Fun.
Change,
I guess.
Yeah, it's a fairly casual game. So bunch of fixes, more fixes, and then we've got modes. Power Shift, improved rules for backfilling on Power Shift mode. Players should no longer be backfilled into matches if the platform is within 20% of its final destination.
Which is how it should have been.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a great change for people who play Power Shift, and I think that's everyone from time to time at least. It sucks. Like, I feel like there's a lot of levers in this game. It might just be this region, but I feel like there's a lot of levers kind of a lot of the time.
I think there is, just generally speaking. There's not much with the punishment to it.
Yeah, there's no punishment, and I feel like
no punishment. Yeah.
It does seem like one of those games where it's almost pointless if you're going in by yourself. If you're not going in a 3-stack, how are you going to coordinate with the point? How are you gonna, you know, accomplish anything in cash out? You know, like we play cash out and like 2 teams leave by the time it's over, And
Yeah.
that's not just because they're losing, it's because like their team's just doing the wrong thing, and this guy who just wants to play a couple games comes in and he's wondering why he has like a 1 HP flamethrower heavy on the other side of the map, and a turret medium who's on the other side of the map taking different fights. And it's like, well, you know, the game requires coordination. If no one's playing together, then I'm just gonna leave. Fuck it.
But you know, I guess that's just OC casual stuff because we don't really have ranked, and we kind of have to deal with that at the moment.
Yeah, I mean that's the worst part.
Yeah,
because when you when you have a team and you coordinate, you want to play ranked.
Exactly, and you can't.
Yeah.
Even I don't know. I tried playing with a few guys on Tuesday morning. Even Asian ranked was not popping. They had all their casual game modes going, but no Asian ranked at all.
Wait, like nothing at all?
I waited 10 minutes, and then I waited another 8 after a quick cache, and then another 8 after a quick cache, and yeah, just nothing.
You're kidding. Is this with like the crossplay fix and everything?
This was that in Singapore at about 10 a.m., 9 a.m. This is when I was trying to look for games. Nothing, yeah. So, I'm assuming at late at night it would have been fine, but...
Yeah. But that's the problem, is when even our like fallback regions are starting to drop off on non-peak hours. It's like, well then...
I'm not going to NA, dude. There's a place where I draw a line and I can't reach NA. It's just not feasible.
I think we tried it one time, didn't we? It was like 170. It was fucking terrible, man.
It was horrid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad in other games when it's more about sort of abilities and shooting, but this game is a lot about like mobility.
Yeah, it's about movement, and that's almost the most affected thing by ping, you know?
Yeah. Heavily punished on ping.
Bug fixes.
Bug fix that mines don't get treated by bots. That's a bit okay.
Oh, is that a thing?
There's a Riot Shield one where like the mines didn't get blown up.
I have been noticing that just generally don't go off.
I don't know where that is. I saw it before.
Yeah.
I don't know what the issue was there, but apparently they just didn't go off. That's what it said.
Yeah,
I
can
remember
tell
that
what
actually.
It would have been is that the shield itself obscures the player base's hit box, and you walk past it with the shield, and the shield's like, no one's here.
That actually makes perfect sense, you know, because it's
exactly what it would be.
It doesn't take damage, right? So it's kind of just a weld object with infinite health attached to a guy.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
because weld objects don't detonate mines either. There's some contract changes. Win one tournament is now deal 750 fire damage to opponents. Oh, come on. I'm just kidding. I'm sure that's... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Well, fuck, we've all done it already, but it was a pain in the ass. Had to run, like, basically nades for an entire day. And, yeah, it was. And get 11 kills in one round to 6. That's stage 4, man. We can't have one, like, challenge.
Yeah, that's not even that hard.
It's not hard.
That's really not even that hard, honestly.
Yeah, it really isn't.
How many... I guess there's a lot of casuals that really can't get 11 kills. That seems sad.
I think a lot of...
I think because it's a free-to-play game.
People hyper-fixate on their objective.
Yeah.
So, like, getting 10 kills or 11 kills in a round is like, well, why are you taking so many fights? It's objective-based, and not sort of understanding the more nuance of securing kills secures you space, and then that gives you your objectives, and then
more people dead the longer you last, you know. But
true. All right.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of casual changes, honestly.
Yeah, definitely friendlier for the casuals.
There was that little patch before. They didn't really announce it as a patch, but where they added console players into the mix with the PC players properly.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a it wasn't a patch, was it? It was...
No, it was like a couple days before the actual patch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that should help a little bit with player base health.
Well, I
whether
was
or
The
not it will-
hope is to get ranked out of it, but I don't
Yeah.
think that's still viable. Honestly, I still think that's not going to get it done.
because I was going to ask when you were saying that you weren't getting any games
I
in
will say that
Singapore.
was the literal day before this announcement they
Oh,
made.
okay. So still
It
don't know
could
yet.
it could be fixed because of that. I'm pretty sure it would be, right? There's heaps of console players.
Interestingly, it
Yeah.
probably wouldn't affect Asia as much. When it comes to statistics of like PC versus console,
Hmm.
Asia is very heavily into PC gaming.
Yeah, for
That makes
sure.
sense. MOBAs and all that, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
MOBAs,
also generally
Xbox is
consoles
shit.
just aren't as popular. Like you
Yeah.
had the PS2 era, which was hella popular in Japan and stuff, but
Mm.
these days the actual distribution of players is way heavier in the PC.
Well,
I forget what country is it? Was it Korea that does like the like
StarCraft.
full on school and like stuff for esports?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it would be
yeah.
Korea. Yeah.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
they're like
Korea, it's
super
just-
hardcore into it, and I imagine nearly none of them have consoles, and everyone
Yeah,
of them
because
has
why
a
would
PC.
you? You know.
Yeah. And they got like tiger mums that are like, play more StarCraft.
What's a tiger mum?
You don't know what a
Yeah,
tiger
I
mum
was-
is?
No, I've never heard that
No.
phrase before.
No,
Serious? It's essentially like it's a phrase I think specifically for Asian parents too. I think
Okay.
more specifically for Asian parents in a sense where they are very hard on their child on getting them up their grades and all that shit.
strict,
okay.
the strict
Yeah,
Asian
very,
parents.
very strict.
You be
like, if you don't
doctor,
get
that sort of
A's,
thing.
You will be disowned.
Yeah, wow. So and what, they're like hovering over their kid's chair like I better see 10-0 KD or you're going to be a doctor.
Or either be a doctor or be the best gamer ever.
Yeah.
Choose one now.
I mean, look, I like
feel
that.
like with Korea that might actually be a bit of a thing. Like
Yeah.
societarily wise, gaming is quite accepted as like an actual career.
It's a career path,
Not like
yeah.
oh maybe a few people could make it. It's like
Yeah.
it's a career. It's a way of life that you could live, and it's very
Yeah.
accepted. And yeah, I could definitely see that being a thing
Mm.
when your parents are like, how's your gaming going? And they find out it's something you're good at, and then they start pushing you into it
Yeah,
more. I could
yeah.
see it. I could see it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think
in South Korea, I just looked this up. I wasn't too sure, but you can be punished with up to 5 years in jail or fines exceeding $40,000 if you cheat.
cheating, yeah. Yeah, they take it seriously there. And thank
No,
God. You know, at least someone does.
Bring that here, please.
Yeah, fucking oath, man. Get that shit out of here.
It's China that's the issue. Just with the I was
Yeah,
reading.
cheating.
Yeah, you get
No,
fined
it-
if you're Chinese.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone
No,
will get a daily
not
fine.
not quoting that. Thank you. What I mean
Mhm.
is, China has a very "I'm the best" mentality by any means necessary,
Oh, yeah.
and it sort of drips into every part of their life and work.
Is that why when we play in Asian servers, they hold a grudge like nothing else?
I feel like it's definitely something to do with just the idea of that I'm better and I have to be better and I need to prove it is a very strong sentiment.
Yeah.
in
Yeah, okay.
Chinese culture. And yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that's part of it. But yeah, I was listening to a podcast of someone talking about cheating and it's a bit of a, can't say too much or don't want to be like, oh, the Chinese cheat sort of thing, because that could be construed as racist. And instead they'll try to maybe give it a bit more of like a factual societarial argument to it. And I felt like that fit pretty well.
Okay, sure, but oh wait, so you're saying like the psychology of like I need to be the best manifests in
I'm talking about
I will
the
cheat to
psychology of it.
achieve it.
So it doesn't matter if I'm cheating if I'm the best.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's more like, and then it probably has a bit of a compound effect. But yeah, no, I reckon it's a societarial sort of thing of.
These cheaters think that people think that they're the best. Is that the idea?
No. So the thing is, it's it's not like
It's best by any means
how do I explain?
necessary.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
it. It's like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if I have to cheat to be the best, as long as people are like, you're
You're the
really
best.
good. Like,
Yeah.
Who's gonna believe it? Yeah.
Mm.
When you're LH1ing across the map and
yeah.
triple
Yeah.
ranking.
Wow, he's so good. He's so good.
that's to our societal lens. What I'm
Maybe,
saying
yeah.
is that their lens is, in our opinion, quite distorted in that manner, and that's
Okay.
why they don't have as much of a problem with cheating either. Is maybe the psychological theory that's being talked about a little bit,
Yeah.
because cheating is getting out of control. Like we could talk about the finals cheating, but every game is getting slammed right now in the last
Oh.
like 3 years.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely
anti-cheat
slammed.
thing that happened recently with what was it, Apex?
Oh yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was social engineering. That wasn't
Oh really?
that wasn't the actual.
Hey bro, let
Yeah.
me put this fucking thumb drive in your computer before before you go for this tournament.
Oh, okay. What's on it? Nothing. Don't worry
yeah.
about it, man.
Sorry, I just gotta
Where's
it's
hacking?
It's
Yeah.
just a patch for the game.
Yeah, it's just a
I gotta
patch.
manually install it.
Yeah. Do you work for Respawn?
Yeah.
Who's that? Re what? Another thing as well, just while we're not talking about the finals, like the path to being like a pro, in South Korea, I feel like in as a gamer, right, or as a player of video games, especially as a kid, you kind of have in the West two options, and one of them is like a lot more alluring than the other. Whereas in Korea, it's kind of swapped. So in the West, you play video games, but you stream, right? And you want to be a personality.
Yeah.
And video games is just what you do on your stream, and everyone goes there to see you because you're so funny and great and attractive, and you stream the game onto your tits or something. And
Okay. Yep.
and in Korea, you might stream or whatever, or you play games to be good at that game. And you
Yeah.
become a pro at that game, or video games in general. You become a pro gamer, you know, so people watch because you're really good and not because you have enormous tits.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
the
that's
longest
definitely how
time
I got the viewer base.
I've always
Gold
wanted to
mantis.
be an esport gamer. I wanted
Yeah.
to be an esporter before I did want to do streaming. I was just
Yeah.
I knew it was definitely out of reach for me, especially when I was like 24, 25, and I was like, oh, even now I should be at the point of retirement if I was an esport gamer. So,
Yeah, well, exactly.
Well, I think Korea definitely has, South Korea definitely has a lot more steps towards there, more rungs on the ladder, more
Yeah.
ways to slowly get into it. Where in Western culture, I feel like you just have to be absolutely insane.
well, that and you got to be
make a name for
streaming
yourself.
and make an audience and everything above,
Yeah.
bro. So you have to do it all
Yeah,
just to get into esports. Yeah.
Korea definitely fosters a more organic growth to it. Because they even have like tournaments for different tiers and stuff, which is not something we really do. It's like we have tournaments the best.
Yeah, we have like school tournaments and that's it. Also, while we can bring it back to our area of, I guess, expertise, I think the finals, in contrast to Overwatch, has a lot less like draw for streamers, in the way that, like, when you play Overwatch, you know, you get a lot of kill cams, and you get you get play of the games, right? So when you're playing Overwatch, you've got 12 people, you know, and at any point you could really watch their perspective and see what they're doing. And so at any time you could be like, wow, that guy's cracked. You know, it turns out that guy's a Twitch stream, you know? And so just because you watch a streamer who got rolled, you end up finding someone who's insane at the game, you know? And then so he you know, his stream grows in number, and then, you know, he rises up the ranks, starts playing against better people, and like the game almost facilitates a streaming culture.
Yeah, it almost has like a highlight sort of a lot of highlight stuff that will help you build a name or
absolutely
recognition.
Yeah.
Where this game doesn't have any of that. And
it's more just like, oh, I got killed by this TTV. I might check him out, or I might just go fucking yell at him and tell
Yeah.
him he's bad.
Or I might just be like, I don't want to see how dog shit I looked on his stream. I'm not even gonna go. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Fuck that guy for fucking me up.
Yeah, timing wise, I think we're also very burnt out on the whole content creator stuff. Like everyone was a content creator and their grandmother during COVID, especially.
Yeah, that's true.
So this game's definitely probably hurting a little bit of timing wise. It's right at a point where everyone's a little bit sick of content all over the place for every game all the time, tryhards and
I mean, that's the thing too, is that like I feel like when you play this game, every other party has a TTV in their group, you know. There's a TTV in every game at least. And it's usually me and Yellow Jacket. But
in OC there's not many, honestly. There's a few.
There's enough that makes me go like, oh, maybe this game does have a future, but no, I don't know.
I've had a few comments of people coming into my stream and be like, wow, an actual TTV that's live.
Yeah. A lot of people seem to just leave it in their name and don't stream.
And hope they get follows, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It worked for me once.
Once.
Yeah, literally once. Although that actually might have been the finals clip channel.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll never know.
Lakembra's dropped in with a dab. Thank you for the dab. Big Lakembra, big dab. Yeah.
Emoji dab? Is that a thing now?
Yeah, I think it's a YouTube emoji. Doesn't count. It should be a thing, let's be honest.
I tried looking up dab. I can't find it.
Oh, on like
I'll have to manually find it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a real thing.
Yeah, it is. Pretty good.
Yeah, not a lot of content to talk about the game this time, unfortunately. But yeah.
There's really nothing else, isn't there?
Yeah, that's kind of it. I think it's a short episode this time. We took a look at the game. I mean, we can head back in, check out the new contracts, which I think just unlocked. Rookie's done, Challenger, Stage 4 is unlocked, and Pro Circuit. I don't know if Pro Circuit just unlocked or if it unlocked a week ago. I've kind of been out of the loop for a little while. Masters is still not unlocked. There's a few things to do, but nothing. You know, you just play the game and you'll unlock it.
Yeah.
Just like everything else, you know. Yeah, and that's the problem, is that, you know, sometimes you have a game where you get 11 eliminations and you didn't even really try that hard for them, you know, and you think, oh my god, I did it.
Questioning why that's even a thing they needed to change at all.
Yeah,
how often, if you've played this game for at least 50 hours, you've gotten 11 kills.
You've gotten 11 kills.
You can't tell me you haven't at one point. There's no way.
Yeah, and if you can't get 11 kills in one round, should you be completing the Pro Circuit?
Yeah, that's why I'm a little disappointed in, like, gaming's too easy these days.
Yeah, it's a PvP game, man. Like, make it a little bit hard.
Yeah. No, you definitely... the game's missing a bit of grind. It's got, I guess, the rank grind, but
we need some Cuphead action. That's what we need. Make it hard and unattainable.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, there's not much of that, like, really, you know, oh, I can maybe get this, and then you work your ass off and you get it and you're like, oh shit, I got it. Like, there's not much of that in this game.
Yeah.
Like, even ranked, honestly. Like, if you're an NA ranked, you could get diamond. Anyone could get diamond. You just need to grind.
Yeah, it feels like it.
It's very easy. I don't know. The whole game's very easy, except for the game itself. Like, you verse players and they're better than you, I guess. But other than that, like, the whole concept of the game is just super easy. I don't know.
Deposit $75,000 cash in any game mode. I like that.
75,000. Okay, yeah.
That's a lot.
So Reddit's going to complain about that, and it's
going to be 10,000 next week. Because that basically means either steal every box or double box every box and steal it. You know, that's not easy to do. Yeah. All right, not bad.
In any game mode, right? You just play ranked, like a couple tourneys. Like, am I crazy? That just feels
Oh, wait.
Is it round or total?
If it's
total,
total, 75
okay, yeah, all right,
in any game mode, yeah. It's total.
So if it's total, then like it's
definitely
not
total.
even a thing. That's
Yeah.
the problem, right?
Yeah.
Getting 11 eliminations in one round, that could be tough, sure. Getting 11 eliminations is not tough. That just happens when you play the game. Play the game for long enough and you'll get it. That's not a challenge. That's just busy work. Like it's like, I don't know. It's more slot machine, less video game, if that makes sense. You know?
I feel like I get 11 kills nearly every game I play,
Yeah,
at least.
of course. But it's like it's something that's just supposed to pop up one time while you're playing a game. You know, a round finishes and it goes, oh, you finally deposited $75,000 cash. It's okay, but yeah, like I wasn't grinding for it. You know, I didn't clutch out a win, stealing every single box, and it's a memorable time.
Is great. I like that.
Yeah, because it's a challenge.
It needs to be more. It needs to be more. It can't be 6 elims is nothing, man. It's just nothing.
Compare, say, Final Fantasy X to Overwatch, right? And everything comes back to Overwatch. Final Fantasy X. Yep. What do you actually no, let's say 7 because I'm more familiar with it. But what do you do if you want Squall? Wrong one. If you want Cloud's ultimate weapon, right? You have to beat ultimate weapon, right? You have a goal, you grind up for it, or you know it's a tough battle, you kill the guy and then you get the reward. You set out to achieve your goals and you achieve them and you feel a sense of accomplishment. Something that just happens while you play the game, that's not an accomplishment, that's a loot box, you know. That's what I was saying about Overwatch.
That's daily rewards, man. That's the daily contracts, basically.
Yeah. Give me something to work towards, an accomplishment.
If you're not going to add a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
please add a challenge. I stopped looking at them after like stage 2 because I was like, oh, this is just stuff I'm going to get anyway. Why even bother looking? You know,
Well,
like I don't
exactly.
care anymore.
Exactly. And I guarantee you, if we had tournaments, I would have got this one by now. But you know, now it's just
for sure. Oh, you would have been playing the game every day, dude. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
you would have been playing every day.
I would still be a content creator, which is really just a code for streamer.
Yeah, I would still be streaming every day.
yeah, exactly.
You did stream every day. There were days where you were like, I normally take days off, but I'm playing the finals.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
Yeah.
And I don't think I burned myself out. I think I was really just getting the most of it because I knew the game would fucking die.
So sad.
Sam says there's a balance between a challenge and the game telling you how you should play. Yeah, basically this is just saying like, oh hey, switch to pyro mines, or hey, throw that orange barrel at people, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, okay, I can do that, but it's not an accomplishment.
It's
you know,
shit too, because now I have to change my kit.
Now I have to change my kit. Why not?
Like my kit.
Why not like get 3 no scopes with a sniper rifle within 5 seconds? You know, why not get 3 headshots within 5 seconds?
I don't even think the fire rate's that quick.
That's why it's a challenge. No, it's just it feels like there's a very distinct difference between something that is actually hard to accomplish that shows mastery compared to something that just kind of happens if you play enough of the game. And
yeah, that's it. The game lacks any sort of reward for mastery.
Exactly.
And what do you get out of it? Experience, folks.
You get experience. Which just goes into the lucky dip grab bag of random garbage. Hope you find something you like.
And if you were to get the other points, the one that caps, I don't know what it's called. It'd be fine if that cap wasn't a cap and they actually let you get like actual whatever the game's currency is. I don't know what that's called either. The V-Bucks version in this game.
Oh.
Yeah. Whatever that's called, right?
Yes.
You get that instead of like I think JFJ had that great idea of like you just like you cap it out, you cash out the cap out, you get like 10,
$20,
20,
yeah,
20 either. I don't care either one. 10, I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, just
something.
Yeah.
But now I'm playing this game. The only thing I'm playing it for is I feel like a lot of people are doing recently is that they just play for content. Like you're making content. That's what you're playing for. You're not playing to earn rank. You're not playing to earn anything. You're just playing
the game.
To get the clip.
Yeah, the game is fun. The meta system, not rewarding because it kind of just it just rewards playing the game and not popping off. You know, if you got a a gun buddy or a skin for the sniper rifle that was on fire, because you hit those 3 headshots in 5 seconds. You see a guy with that gun and you think, oh shit, he's got the good gun. That guy's a god, Try to fuck him up or leave him alone,
Perhaps like Battlefield or COD, how they have the showcase like emblems and like player cards and stuff could fit really nicely into the
because
game.
you got
It's a way to
those
showcase.
for doing something in the game that was either a challenge or just like not just something throw 10 grenades,
Or
baby's first achievement.
Or I don't know if you guys remember Overwatch Detective, by the way.
Yeah.
For Overwatch, the first season, do you guys remember when you got the golden guns? When people had that, but not later on where everyone had a golden gun for every character.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the first season where you had to grind basically to get a decent rank, to get good amounts of the points to buy the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you did that, you had, I think it was enough for basically one character, right?
Yeah.
And if you had the golden gun for that one character, you would be like, oh god, he spent all his points on that one golden gun for that character. That must mean that guy specializes in that character and he's really good.
Exactly. A way to show like your skill in whatever that isn't just I've used it for a while. I have fucking what do I have for my zip lines, right? I have the purple triangles for the zip line. I don't have the pink stripes, but I'm halfway there. Yeah. And it's like
people see that and they're not going to think, "Whoa, he's good." They're going to think, "Wow, he plays too much zip line."
Exactly. This guy never unequips his zip line. But that's not like, "Oh my god, he's a zip line god." That's it's and the same thing with Scar. Like I mean, with a weapon it is a little bit different because if you use a weapon a lot, you're probably better with it than someone who doesn't use it a lot.
Well,
but it doesn't say that you killed 4 guys within a single clip magazine. It does. There's no skill based rewards.
So I feel like there's definitely the skins were trying to have that impact of I use this and I mastered it sort of thing, but perhaps we could have player titles, player cards, or like Apex has your like intro card where it's like your total amount of kills and stuff. Like more ways to showcase.
Yeah,
that'd be a good idea.
Yeah,
more ways to showcase your abilities would be
exactly
quite nice and would lend really well into the idea of players having things to strive for.
Yeah, give me a way to kind of like customize, like not just how my character looks, but
and all that,
but what people think when they come across me in game.
Exactly.
If I have fucking glowing devil wings, it's because I fucking 360 no scope someone with an LH1 from across the map, and they're the cheetah wings. It's like give me something to work for that is based on skill.
Yeah, I get you. I even just maybe not something as dramatic as wings or whatever, right? But like just a gun buddy, like a gun buddy, just a gunny buddy that's like it looks cool or whatever, but it symbolizes that you did this really crazy achievement, right? That's what I want.
Yeah,
that'd be great. And then your randoms that jump into your game, they'd be like, "Holy crap, he has the gun buddy."
Yeah, exactly. Player cards would be great too. I want someone to know that I have 6,000 reses and my longest range kill with a CL40 was 2 kilometers. I want people to know that that's how I play this game, because that's how I play the game. I have a sense of pride in that. Like that's fun. That's how you reward engagement with mechanics. You get to I'm just fucking talking shit now, but
yeah, it could definitely fit some sort of more player reflectiveness.
Yeah, that isn't just cosmetics.
And I don't think
bring
cosmetics,
in players, which is the big problem.
It's more about retaining at that point, but I think it would definitely help.
Sam says, if the tournaments weren't dead, there should be a tournament currency for exclusive stuff, or at least achievements for good tournament performance. Yeah, won 3 tournaments in a row. You get a crown or something. You know, like, give me something that is based on something I achieve.
Yeah, like Apex says your what do you call them? Anyone played Apex recently?
The souvenirs, whatever they are,
No, like each lobby you load into, before it shows your player cards, it's like these are your finalists, these are your Apex champions,
yeah,
and it's like these are the people that won last game.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Yeah. I mean,
your finalists, and then everyone hunts them down and shits on them.
Yeah. All you have to do is just put little like COD player cards at the bottom of the intro.
Player cards is my solution.
Yeah, because like you can even just have one thing, one stat that you want to put on there and make it all sorts of things. You know, you can track how far we push the platform, and you know that we can push it around the world 10 times in a week. So give us some fun stats and let us put them on our character.
Please.
Yeah. Sam says owning and teabagging a guy in a $20 skin feels great. There is that too. Because it's like, yeah, well, you didn't get that skin for being really good, did you? You got it for paying. And it didn't make you good, so get shit on.
What, do you have a job or something?
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing? Trying to enjoy your recreation time? Not on my watch.
Yuck. Get out of here. I'm a tryhard that doesn't pay a cent.
Yeah, you know, that's something that I haven't thought about until like literally this episode, like right now, that's something I would love to see in this game. Because it's a problem I've had with like, you know, all sorts of games that everything's just loot box based now. You don't really work for anything so much as just withstand the game for long enough to hopefully unlock it. But
it's just such a thing with every game. I think that's why we're like not even thinking about it, because it's just every game does it. You know, like
every game does it now. Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, like literally give us achievements for us being good. Please.
Yeah, let us work towards something.
We're all some of us are really sweaty tryhards.
Yeah.
And we want achievements for being sweaty tryhards, please.
Exactly. It's my entire sense of identity, right? Like
I use nothing but sword. Give me like a little buddy that says like, oh, this guy killed 50 people in one game with a sword, please.
Exactly. Let us work towards it. That is something that I think is like pretty lackluster, because when you go into the guns and you go like, oh cool, there's so many skins, what's this, oh cool, I can level up, okay, and then you play it for a week and you're like, oh, I've got like most of the
I got yellow levels. I got blue, I got red, go me.
Okay, but I did that just because I played a couple rounds with it, you know. I didn't accomplish anything other than just use the gun to click on people.
It's, I mean, it is use the gun and hit the target, but it's still not much.
It's like gold guns, you know. Within the first month, if you see someone running
if you saw a fully leveled F car in the first couple weeks,
you're like, run. I'm about to lose my fucking head. But now everyone has it, you know, like everyone has like colors on every weapon because they just unlock from playing the game. It's not as rewarding as a more in-depth system, but I've belabored that point enough.
Yeah, I mean, time-based stuff is boring. Well, I think we can all just establish that it's boring. We don't want a longer you play the game, the more shit you get. We want
something to work towards.
I did one really cool thing one time.
Yeah,
this is what I got for it.
Exactly.
Right? That's what I want. Like any game, like any single player RPG game you play, right? Like you brought up with Final Fantasy. That's a great idea. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's something to work towards.
Final boss to beat, you know, like do something.
Fucking, you play Dead Rising on the Xbox 360 and you run over 53,594 zombies and then you unlock the Mega Man blaster in your next game and it's fucking great. You run around a mall full of zombies blowing them up with a giant energy beam. Hell yeah. I worked for that. I put in the fucking effort. I memorized that route with the fucking car in the underground tunnels. God damn it. All right.
And even for the casual players, I don't think that's bad, right? Like you see someone with that stuff, you're like, whoa, that's cool. Maybe I want to try and get better at this game.
Exactly.
And get that thing.
Exactly.
Right? Am I crazy here? I don't feel like we need to make everything casual. It's just boring when you do that, bro.
Yeah, agreed.
You want some unobtainium.
Exactly.
We all want that. Come on, like I want something that I literally think that's impossible.
That's impossible.
Please.
Yeah.
Please put that in the game so that someone gets it and we're like, holy shit.
How did you do that? I think I went fucking 4 years before I unlocked Rapid Discord, dude. On Zenyatta, Discord, 4 opponents within 2 seconds,
right.
and they all have to die.
Achievements for
Yeah.
There was some crazy ones, like the Wall Ride Lucio one.
Yeah, the 4 boots on the. Some of them were fucking hard. Some of them were a walk in the park. But at least that's something to work towards.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, the game could definitely lend into that real nicely, I feel. Especially since we have like all the showcasing of everyone as they come in.
Yeah.
Include like your one stat thing that you want to
didn't they? They gave you sprays and shit.
Yeah, they gave you sprays.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be big. It just has to be something that you can spray and you can be like, oh shit, he's got the spray.
There's sprays in this game. I forgot about that. Just do it as a spray, dude. Just do it as a
spray.
Sprays are right. I would love to see like a unique title or card.
Titles would be cool.
Something.
Just any titles. Give me something.
It's the one thing Overwatch 2 introduced that was good. Titles.
Yeah, titles are nice. I do like titles.
So imagine you get that achievement and then you unlock the title. And it's like F-Car Enthusiast. And then you load into a game, the guy's named Cylon F-Car Enthusiast. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right. Well, I know what he's
going to
be
using the F-Car and he's crazy. So
the yellow jacket sword boy. That's
they're cool interactions.
Yeah. It's
cool little interactions and player agency and choice.
Yeah, exactly. And it's player identity, I think, and in a way that isn't just aesthetic. You know, this is how I play. This is how I want to present myself. You know, I want to put fucking medic on my name because I want people to know, yeah, this guy's gonna fucking heal his entire team, and we're not gonna be able to kill him, and it's gonna really piss me off. That's what I want.
There was one game where he just spent all day healing and he got 30,000 support score.
Exactly.
That's what. Yeah.
Exactly. Do not fire a shot. That's how you unlock that one.
And you could create levels to that, right? Like it doesn't have to be 30,000, and that's all you can get for medic. You can get like field medic or whatever they call it, right? Like super medic or whatever. And then there's like levels. You got 10,000, 20,000, whatever. You know?
Yeah, exactly. There's so much man. All right,
we could go on for days, literally for days.
I'm gonna change the name of the podcast to "There's So Much Potential."
Yeah, you should. That's not a bad name, considering we didn't talk much else other than the potential of this game.
Every single week, that seems to be the takeaway.
The title of every finalist podcast. So much potential.
Yeah, we know what the episode's going to be called next week. Sam says Overwatch titles were dumb as shit. Net employee, gun person, cyber hack person.
They didn't implement them properly, but the idea is cool.
The idea of it would have been really cool.
Yeah. I mean, like it was dumb because they had like one title for like every 5 or 10 levels over the battle pass cap, which amounted to 8 titles, which is insane. I can think of way more than 8 words, man. I can think of so much more than 8.
A grind instead of being like attached to anything unique.
Yeah,
which is another problem with every
no scope. If there's 3 no scopes, then it's just like a really cool no scope title because I can't think of one right now.
Yeah. Leaked Gamer
title
420.
Yeah, have a link to a achievement instead of just like unlock because you grind it.
Yeah,
this game's got skins and it's got ranked and there's a couple things to grind, but more something to showcases.
Exactly.
What we're saying would be perfect.
Yeah,
because we all love the game. The game's great. Gameplay's fun. We all want to play it 24/7. I mean, especially us in OCE, we just want to play this game nonstop. We realistically can't.
Yeah.
But it would be a great pull for other players to grind something that isn't just ranked. Like
it isn't just lucky dip. You know, here's what we have in the season. You know, just more mechanical depth for how the game is structured. You know, let me spec into something in a way. But look, I think that'll do it. That was fucking
I like
25 minutes.
Like 30 minutes ago, we were like, oh, we'll cut it short.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I think we touched on something that, like, we haven't really spoken about this game. I mean, we've talked about this game a lot. Yeah, for sure. But also they gave us fucking, chicken feed for a patch. So
That's true.
Overwatch question mark? I'm not. Do you want us to talk about Overwatch? I don't want to talk about Overwatch.
No,
Please
dude.
don't do that to
Yeah,
us.
no. We 10 minutes in, Sam. I don't know if you were here. 10 minutes in is all it took for us to.
Oh, we did it earlier than that. I started
Did we?
talking about
Yeah.
Brig with the riot shield. So
Oh shit.
yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. We really do need to keep a
Speedrun.
We
timer.
just bring it up every chance we can get. Apparently, so I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell's going.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
even
okay.
play
Very
much
funny.
Overwatch later on. Yeah, I just keep having references to this game because it's just so much to relate to it.
There's a lot of DNA in there, and I'd spent fucking 7 years playing that game, so it's just part of my life now. I'm gonna go myself.
It's something you can easily relate to.
I've seen people with
True.
Overwatch tattoos at my work. Not a joke. And
Really?
I think
Shameful.
to myself, do you do you regret
Yeah,
that?
surely, man. Never get a brand tattoo.
No,
Jesus
no
Christ.
brand tattoos, folks.
Yeah.
Or actors, because you never know if they've
Yeah,
molested somebody.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe the egg on my face after I got my Lost Profits tattoo.
Oh, I got a Bill Cosby on my ass,
Yeah,
bro.
mine was Bill
Yeah.
Cosby.
Yeah, no, I know. I wanted to go much darker with it. But we'll call it there. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for joining. If you're new here, click subscribe. And welcome. Come back next week for more bug fixes and fixed a bug where some. Fuck it, who cares? Goodbye.
Yeah.
Catches.